Philosopher, scientist, and religious teacher, Pythagoras developed a school of thought that accepted the passage of the soul into another body and established many influential mathematical and philosophical theories. During his earlier life, he was born on the island of Samos off Greece in the Mediterranean Sea. Pythagoras was the son of Mnesaretus. Little is known about his early life. After studying in Greece, he fled to southern Italy. To escape the harsh rule of Polycrates. Polycrates died in 522 BCE, who came to power about 538 BCE. Pythagoras is said to have traveled to Egypt and Babylon during this time. Pythagoras and his followers became politically powerful in Croton in southern Italy, where Pythagoras had established a school for his newly formed sect or group of followers. It is probable that Pythagoras took positions in the local government in order to lead men to the pure life that was directed by their teachings. Eventually, however, a rival group launched an attack on Pythagoreans at a gathering of the sect, and the group was almost completely destroyed. Pythagoras either had been forced to leave Croton or had left voluntarily shortly before this attack. He died in Metapontium early in the 5th century BCE. Pythagoras is often referred to as the first pure mathematician. Some historians say that Pythagoras was married to a woman named Theona and had a daughter Demo and a son Telegus, who succeeded Pythagoras as a teacher and possibly taught Empedocles. Others say that Theona was one of his students, not his wife, and say that Pythagoras never married and had no children. Because of strict secrecy among the members of Pythagoras society, and the fact that they shared ideas and intellectual discoveries within the group and did not give individuals credit, it is difficult to be certain whether all theorems attributed to Pythagoras were originally his, or whether they came from the communal society of Pythagoreans. Some of the students of Pythagoras eventually wrote down the theories, teaching, and discoveries of the group, but Pythagoreans always gave credit to Pythagoras as the master for the sum of the triangles of an angle is equal to two right angles. The theorem of Pythagoras. For a right-angled triangle, the square on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on the two other sides. The Babylonians understood this 1,000 years earlier, but Pythagoras proved it. Constructing figures of a given area and geometrical algebra. For example, they solved various equations by geometrical means. The discovery of irrational numbers is attributed to Pythagoreans but seems unlikely to have been the idea of Pythagoras because it does not align with his philosophy. That all things are numbered, since number to him meant the ratio of two whole numbers. The five-figure solids: tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, isosahedron, dodecahedron. It is believed that Pythagoras knew how to construct the first three but not the last two. Pythagoras thought that the earth was a sphere in the center of the cosmos, the universe, that the planets, stars, and the universe were spiritual because the sphere was the most perfect solid figure. He also thought that the paths of the planets were circular. Pythagoras recognized that the morning star was the same as the evening star, Venus. Pythagoras studied odd and even numbers, triangular numbers, and perfect numbers. Pythagoreans contributed to our understanding of angles, triangles, areas, proportion, polygons, and polyhedra. Pythagorean theorem is a cornerstone of mathematics and continues to be so. Interesting that there are more than 400 different proofs of the theorem, including an original proof by President Garfield.